Joining me, just getting back from doing a bunch of stuff. You know what? I had just double checked with 911 to follow through with them. I had been driving. I accidentally took the wrong exit. So I went to go back up toward the warming center today. And as I did, I'm like, okay, I think that could be my son. I wasn't sure. So this guy had a brown jacket, much like my son's, with gray sweatpants. And I was looking at the shoes, and they were like sandals. And I'm like, I don't know if this is him. So I pulled over, and I'm like, sir, sir. And this person was in like their own world. They were like totally like they had their coat over their whole body. They were like murmuring something, and I could not get through, and I had a whole bunch of traffic behind me. I'm just taking my hair down from work. A whole bunch of traffic behind me. I was pulled over, a place you usually don't pull over, trying to talk to this person. So I'm like, I have got to get over here, and then I got to get to work. I gave my word. Nothing I could do. There was no place to park. It's not like I could jump out of my vehicle and go get him. So I ran the blankets over real quick. I'm like, maybe that wasn't him. I went to the warming center. And then I ended up working, praying a lot for my son. There we go. And I went back to the warming center. First, I went back down to the bridge. I didn't see him. I had called at work 911 and, to make a call discreetly for him. And then whoever it was needed help. Whoever it was, it didn't just have to be my son. So then I went over to the warming center. Guys, follow me on my homeless channel. I just started a homeless channel. I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff about homelessness. And let me tell you, it's not a pretty sight. It's just not. So I went in there, and they had a guy I talked to, two guys. I dropped off blankets. I saw the lady I connected with. She said, we'll connect again. I already told her it's only a quick drop off. I'd have to get to work. And then you got people in beds, just like one after another, laying next to each other. Not a whole lot of people, maybe like a shelter, not like bunk beds or something, but just a lot of people in there, and these people look like they have had it rough, guys. Their face is very gaunt and shallow. The cheekbones are, from one lady, just very shallow. Another guy looks dazed and confused. I mean, these are rough-looking people who look like they can't work. They can't take care of themselves at all. I mean, no apartment, nothing. And that is so sad. Guys, so sad. If you want to be thankful, go to a homeless shelter. Go to a warming center and see what it's like. So, I went back there after work, and I wanted to see what I could do, too, for them, to support them. So, I said, I am going to be starting my own nonprofit to fill in the gaps. And there's just not enough help out there. And he's like, one of the guys is like, that's what we do. Let me give you my card. And he's like, so you can join us like Monday and Wednesdays for the West Side food truck. And I'm like, I work, so I'd have to look at my schedule. And then there's, I think it's Tuesday is coffee. I think they meet at a certain place to hand out hot coffee. And then another day they are at the Maverick gas station on Las Vegas, I think it is, Drive, right by the homeless shelter. And they are there, and they are helping people over there, and then they're doing a walk through that park. It's nicknamed, I said, is that the one, the nickname is Murder Park? And he said, yes. So, that's the nickname. And when we think of the homeless, guys, we have all kinds of stereotypes of the homeless. We have those who cannot take care of themselves. We have those who don't need to be homeless and they should be working. Those who are rough and tough. I saw a couple guys there that I would not want to see in a back alley. And then there was another guy too who told me, you don't want to be at the shelter. Nobody should be at the shelter. It's not good. And this is like This guy was at the shelter like a year ago, and I had known another guy who was at the shelter, and he said it's like a Nazi camp. So, these people, what they do is, for people who can't go into a shelter, behavioral, mental health, whatever, they're there so that people don't freeze to death. Because they had somebody on the side of the road freeze. Up in New Hampshire, we have people who are homeless who freeze to death. That is the saddest thing I have ever heard, I think. To freeze to death? Why? We have plenty of buildings. We have plenty of money in America. I cannot imagine this. So I called 911. They did follow up. They said a fire truck went down there. They couldn't find anybody at that time. So, this is frustrating, guys, because I'm still trying to find my son. But even if I find him, I'm still doing stuff for the homeless. I feel like nobody should be going homeless. There should be family when you're older to help take care of you. We know that for generations, we did not have this homelessness. People just took care of one another. If you were married, you took care of your mother-in-law or your father-in-law. You did this until the day they died, and we didn't have nursing homes so packed. So we need to do better as a society, and I've got to talk to people and see what their schedule is and figure out where I can fit in, see what's already operating. I don't have to reinvent the wheel, and just get in there and see where I can help. I did call a place today for donations for blankets. They're going to get back to me, but they're in need of men's clothes, sweatpants, women's clothes, hats, mittens, blankets. So support your local homeless center, because you don't know where people are at. Another guy was telling me how he was committed to a mental hospital about 30 years ago, and it was the best thing that happened to him. He said it really helped him. So let's not be snobby, guys. Let's not be greedy, and let's, be people who are known to give, especially as Christians. So, yeah, it's kind of like a lot of people just live very selfishly. That's all they care about is themselves and getting ahead. They don't care about how they have affected other people. And when I say that, I'm talking about my husband, who was not even in the cold like this. He didn't have to be on the streets. We were in the middle of planning things. And nor did he even think of his sons, who, I think a lot of this for one of my sons is he doesn't have the support of his family or his dad. And, I obviously am trying to support him in any way I can. But, he needs more support, and he doesn't have it. And the grandparents certainly haven't helped. That's for sure. So, moving forward, guys, pray that I find my son, because the earlier you get someone, the better. I saw someone on the way here tweet out of their mind. It was by the water over here on Garden of Gods. I didn't know if it was my son at first, and I'm like, okay, this guy is off his rocker, and you can't have someone like that jumping around, all hyped up on meth. One of the guys I was talking to today said the new drug is ice, and meth is really bad. He said people cannot stop. So you can't take people like that into your home. So the only way we're going to solve this is together. That's the only way we're going to solve all this homelessness. So better jobs. I had talked to somebody too, how Colorado is tough to get work. She was at Amazon. She got fired, and then her probation period is over now, so she can go back and do something else. I hear things online where people can't even get work, and when they do, they get fired over the stupidest things. So this is kind of what's going on right now. Some people have been fired culturally, so we need to be able to have 5-6 jobs, guys, so that we can get plenty of money put aside so that we do not end up homeless. Okay, thanks for joining me, guys.